Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated comics for 10/25/2023. I'm Mike Spider-Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy, because you know what? It's never too early to start your pull list for next week. So before we dive into it, guys, I just got to give a quick shout out to Whatnot. If you guys have not used Whatnot yet, what are you waiting for? There is a link right there in my description box below. When you click on that link and you create a profile and you make your first bid on Whatnot and win, you're going to get $15 off of that first purchase. So what are you waiting for, guys? There is no cost to you. You're going to save money here. It does help support the channel as well, so it's much appreciated. So check out Whatnot today, especially if you're looking for some, discounts on some great comic books out there. Okay, so let's kick off this week's countdown with the book that's on the hot seat, and that goes to Wonder Woman issue 2. Now, I did like Wonder Woman issue 1. I thought it was a different type of story with gorgeous artwork. However, I felt like it might not be for everybody when it comes to a Wonder Woman, character story. Like, it's not really her. It doesn't really revolve around Themyscira. It's about her being a fugitive, right? Because you had one Amazonian wound up killing a whole bunch of guys, and it made guys look like the bad people out there, right? And so their entire race or whatever is like being discriminative against. So I don't know where we're going with this whole thing, but I do like the artwork. I did like the action. Hopefully we'll get more Wonder Woman in this. So we'll see where Tom King decides to take this series. This is 40 pages, and the cover price on this one is $5. Here we go. The book that's on the rise is Captain America issue 2. Now, this seems more like a Steve Rogers comic book than a Captain America book, because we only got one page of Captain America in the very first issue, right? It seems to focus about Steve Rogers of being just a great guy trying to do things right in his community. And then we got to see him as a young boy growing up without his mother because his mom died, his dad died. And we get to see things that happened during, when the Nazis and the Americans teamed up or something like that. But in this issue, it seems like we're going to have Captain America and Spider-Man team up. So, hey, that's good in my book. So hopefully it does make a good issue. The legacy is 752. This book is 28 pages, and it's, of course, the new $5 price tag. Kicking off this countdown with the top 10 now, we have Alan Scott Green Lantern issue 1. I haven't read too much Alan Scott stuff, but he is Green Lantern, and I'm a Green Lantern fan. So I want to see this story about the early days of this version of Alan Scott, basically. And it says he's the most powerful member of the GSA, beloved by all America, but his personal love is well kept secret. And this is a story about love, about fear, and most about courage to stand up to that fear. So I'm curious to see what it has to do. And there's a Red Lantern that he's going to be battling against. So that might be fun as well. This one is 32 pages, and this one is $4. Moving on to number 9, we have Flash issue 2. So a lot of people are kind of just like on the fence about Flash here. I thought the first issue was pretty good. I think there was a lot to unpack when it came to the Flash, and it might be a turnoff for some readers, because when you read the last volume of Flash, or the last run of it, it was very lighthearted. It had bright colors, it was all family orientated, and this is just very dark, and it seems like it's going in a horror direction. You got paneled artwork, which might be a turnoff for some people, but I say keep giving it a try. The story might turn out to be pretty good, and Dodato's artwork is actually really, really well done. I just felt like they tried to fit too much on the page and try to tell too much story in one issue. So again, we'll see where it goes. Legacy numbering 802. And the page count for this one is 32 pages, and this one is $4. Coming in at number 8, we have Hallows Eve issue 1. Probably one of the best things that come out of Amazing Spider-Man is this character. I love just how she's like a hobgoblin looking character, but she has her own power set where she has these masks, and she turns them, she puts it on, and she becomes the universal horror monster, right? I think that's so freaking awesome. This is taking place during Halloween, so it gets you in the spirit of Halloween. It's at ESU, and there's a Halloween party that doesn't go as planned, and it looks like Hallows Eve is, you know, in there. And is she hero or is she foe? So we're not really sure yet. I think she's still discovering what she is going to be. I really pretty much think she's an anti-hero. So this one is 28 pages, and this one is $5. Moving on to number 7, we have a new miniseries premiere from James Tynion. This is Dracula issue 1. So same thing, Universal Monsters here. We got Dracula involved. Who doesn't like a classic villain, right? I think this is pretty badass right here. And I'm not sure really what this story is about, but James Tynion's writing it. I like his scary books, which he tends to write, like Something is Killing the Children. World Tree is like a murder book, but still, it's, I don't know, I would be scared of reading that book myself, but I'm definitely going to try this one out. Again, it is a mini series that has to deal with Count Dracula, 32 pages, and this one is $5. Let's move forward here with number 6. We have Uncanny Spider-Man issue 2. The first issue was pretty awesome, as we get to see a Nightcrawler is in hiding, right? And he's almost pretending to be like Spider-Man, and he has a way to hide his mutant ability. And the Vulture is like a director of Orcus, and he creates the technology to find the mutants that are still out there. So I love how this is a Nightcrawler book slash like Spidey book in one. A lot of fun to read. Good artwork as well. Looking forward to the second issue. 28 pages, and this one is $4. Here we go. Top 5. We have Green Arrow issue 5. Past, present, and future Oliver Queens, man. This book has Ollie traveling all over the place, and if you read the last issue, Parallax was in it as well. So you find out the person who was responsible taking Ollie to all these different places, and you wind up seeing Ollie meeting up with an older version of himself. So this is almost like a Green Arrowverse, basically. That's what this is, but it's still a lot of fun with great artwork. And like I said, I've been asking for Green Arrow comic for years now, and it's just, I'm just happy to have this series back. This book is 32 pages, and it's $4. Coming in at number 4, we have Something is Killing the Children issue 34. Erica Slaughter must finally fight against the doppelganger known as the duplicate type. I think that's the way you say it, that mimics people when they see them, right? And she's also going against the woman by the name of Cutter, who set out this bounty, and she plays this sick game against Erica Slaughter. This arc has been very emotional as well. I really love this series overall. It's very rare that you get, I think, an independent series that people stay with, 34 issues, I think you get to see that like with Invincible and Walking Dead and Saga, and Something Killing the Children is another one of those books. So I'm looking forward to this issue. 32 pages, $4. Top 3. Here we go. Amazing Spider-Man issue 36. So I like the conclusion to the whole Kraven the Hunter reversal storyline. Looks like Norman Osborn might have gotten some of his sins back based off of what happened at the end of the last issue, and it might be manifesting inside of him once again. And now things look like they're going to be building towards the whole gang war situation. Not sure how I feel about that yet, but we'll see. I think this is like an in-between issue before that whole gang war starts. So legacy numbering 930, 28 pages. This one is $5. And Spider-Man's been a lot better since the whole Death of Miss Marvel situation. Coming in at number 2, we have Gunslinger issue 25. Gunslinger's great. I can't say it more simply enough. It's just a fun comic with lots of action. Gunslinger always has an agenda. He finds himself a way to weasel out of certain situations. He's scrappy. I love his personality, and it looks like there's an enemy that returns to Gunslinger's past, but they're looking for his help and not his fight this time. So very curious here how we're going to continue to progress. The main supporting cast character by the name of Taylor, looks like there's something going on with him as well. So yeah, good stuff. 24 pages, $3. Remember guys, after number 1, as we're not done, as we have noteworthy comic books to talk about, because these are my top 10 most anticipated. They may not be yours, so there might be stuff in the noteworthy that you're like, oh crap, I forgot that came out. So let's talk about number 1 first, and number 1 goes to, of course, Void Rivals. This is issue 5. Explore the Energon universe. Guys, I have a new series that's going to be coming out that's going to be tackling everything about the Energon universe. It'll be like a monthly series once Void Rivals and Transformers and G.I. Joe come out. I'll be recapping everything there, and it's called More Than Meets the Page. So you're going to want to check that out in the future. But Void Rivals issue 5, here we go. We wind up getting our heroes thrown in jail, both of them. They thought things would work out at first when it comes to maybe them going to the planet and working together and trying to get the two races together, and the girl winds up betraying the boy and he winds up going in jail, and then the king finds out that the girl saw his face and she gets thrown in jail. So what happens after that? I don't know. Are we gonna get other Easter eggs? I'm not sure either, but this is just a great story overall, and I can't wait for the next issue. 32 pages, $4. Here we go, Noteworthy Comics. We're gonna kick it off with Marvel. And I apologize in advance if you hear the garbage truck or recycle truck drive by as I finish these Noteworthy Comics. And we have The Immortal Thor, issue 3. Next, we have The Uncanny Avengers. This is issue 3, still dealing with the fall of X. Next, we have Dark X-Men. This is issue 3. More mutant books. We have Jean Grey, issue 3. And of course, continuing, if you count her as a mutant now, Miss Marvel, issue 3. Then we have issue 2, Predator vs. Wolverine. Are you guys buying this? Let me know in the comments below. I'm on the fence, man. It's that price point that's getting me. Next, we have Alpha Flight, issue 3. Now we're going to move on to DC Comics. And here's the garbage truck. DC Comics. Detective Comics, issue 1075. Then we move on to Action Comics, issue 1058. Continuing with the dawn of DC, we have Harley Quinn, issue 33. Then we have Batman, the Brave and the Bold. This is issue 6. We have the final issue of Doom Patrol. This is issue 7. Batman and the Catwoman, the Gotham War, Red Hood, issue 2. Tales of the Teen Titans, this is issue 4. The Penguin, issue 3 from Tom King. We have issue 2 of Power Girl. You guys gonna read that one? Then we move on to the indie comics. We have Spawn, issue 346. Next, we have Radiant Black, which I feel was delayed. This is issue 26 and 26.5. You got the two Radiants fighting side by side, and there's different point of views of each character. So that's why there's 2 issues. Ending at issue 30, but we're at issue 28. This is Firepower. Next, we have Conan the Barbarian. This is issue 4. We have the continuation of Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue 10. Next is Plot Holes, issue 3. There's a lot of comics coming out this week. And then we have a new book from Image, which is called Edenwood. This is issue 1. So there you guys have it. There are my top 10 most anticipated and noteworthy comic books for October 25th, 2023. So looking forward to hearing what you guys are picking up that comic book week and what you're most excited for. And of course, guys, I'm going to leave you more content right here. This is my top 10 comic book covers of the week, where it's a year-long contest where you get to vote on your favorite cover every single week. And a quick thank you to all you guys out there who participated in my garage sale. I had a great turnout. Lots of people came by. I had so much fun seeing and meeting everybody out there. I'm going to do one again soon. I will announce it once again right here on YouTube. And guys, as always, support your local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, read your comic books. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.